All right, folks. Yes, I'm back. I'm feeling much better. I hit the gym. Nothing's going to keep this guy down, folks. So I'm doing better. I got a heart surgeon, or I'm going to go see a heart surgeon today, our heart doctor today, and figure out what the next steps are. But I'm doing all right. I feel good. I'm on blood thinners and beta blockers. I'm doing the whole thing. So thank you for the prayers. I think it was just a one-time incident. I took something that didn't agree with my system, and it knocked me on my ass. Literally, I felt like a lead balloon, but I'm back now. I'm doing good, and I feel a lot better, and I'm going to be back to my old routine. Folks, national emergency looks like it's coming fairly soon. So Trump puts this up. Today's housing news conference and signing is hereby canceled until such a time as we pass the desperately needed Save America Act, which I consider to be a national emergency. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, here's my little prediction. Not going to pass. Not going to pass. It's not in the interest of the rhinos. It's not in the interest of the Democrats. They will lose the midterms. So this is not going to pass. So the next step will be for Trump to declare a national security emergency and sign executive orders. Where did you hear that first? Oh, yeah, on Nino's Corner. 𝗬𝗏 talked about this time and time again, folks. We're over the target. Bombs away. Okay? So this is what's happening. So this, I don't expect anything to get done here. That's just my opinion and my little prediction. I could be wrong, but I think nothing's going to happen with this. So he's going to have to go forward in declaring a national emergency and executive orders. Also, I just talked to 𝗬𝗏. That video is coming up soon, talking about Russia could be on the verge of using tactical nukes against NATO. All right. Now, world is heating up, and we knew this was coming. We all knew this was coming. What will be the next steps for the Democrats and the rhinos, the deep state, basically, when Trump moves ahead with this national security emergency? I'm going to imagine they're going to have to pull the trigger on something. They're going to have to go to desperate measures. We can expect, folks, I'm telling you, the arrests are coming. Gitmo's looking really nice right now, and a lot of expansions. I'm telling you, folks, this is where we're going with all this. I promise you. So let's get into this, folks. Notifications. Hit the notification button, like, share, subscribe. Help me help you. Also, Venmo. Thank you for some of the gifts and tokens. I appreciate it. But Venmo is 𝗬𝗏1977. Many of you are very kind on there. I really do. Thank you for the gifts on Venmo. 𝗬𝗏1977. Some of you don't like to give on Super Chat. Some of you rather go to Venmo and talk to me one-on-one. I appreciate that. When the lights go out on Amazon, please leave an honest review. That's all I ask. And my mama's book, The Mexican Mix, please leave an honest review on that. Ringside with Nino is today. At 5 p.m. I'll see all my lovely Black Sheep family there. Thank God. Thank you for the prayers, folks. I'll give you an update on the Ringside with Nino. It's today at 5 p.m. Remember, check your emails for the link. It should be there. And I'll see you this evening, and then I'll let you guys just, a free-for-all for the rest of the night, basically, is what you guys like to do. So we'll do that again tonight. Also, NinosCorner.shop. Get yourself a hoodie, a cap, T-shirts, the whole thing. It's all there. I think we're having another line come out. So this line that you're seeing right now with the coffee mugs and the hoodies and the shirts, a new one's coming. So limited edition, folks. Grab. I don't know if we're going to be making the same gear again, but I don't think so. I think this is a limited edition. So get Truth Hits Hard. Get the Nino's Corner cap. Nino's Corner shirt. That's all there. Also, NinosCorner.tv. 𝗬𝗏 up right now. 𝗀𝗂𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁𝗁 in the general's tent. That's coming up on the 26th, Friday. I'm also going to bring him on YouTube. I'm going to bring him on the YouTube show to discuss, this national emergency, Tulsi Gabbard's report. Remember, he either read it or he knows someone that has read it, and it's airtight, he says. So he's going to come on my YouTube morning show Friday at 9:30 a.m., Pete Santilli, and be the general in the general's tent that evening on ninoscorner.tv. Folks, the Live Forever special is still going. You got it. You just pay once. No more headaches. No heartaches. David, no more heartaches. Don't hurt me, David. Don't you hurt me. You can just pay once, and that's it. All right, folks. Oh, 𝗬𝗬𝗂𝗧𝗏, your favorite, the insider, the KGB Project Montauk, fucking, fucking great uncle was the first president of Russia. I mean, this guy has a pedigree that's a mile long, and was a Montauk survivor, so he says. Crazy. Anyway, he gives some good info. He gets briefed by certain insiders within Russia, and he comes on my program again. That'll be airing soon on YouTube and the unedited version on .tv. Also, Dr. Charles. I have Dr. Charles on talking about the end of a species, how humanity is at the brink of extinction. Why? Spermageddon. You guys got to watch this. People aren't reproducing. They're going to IVF. They're doing other measures of production, but the alpha male is on the extinction list. A lot of you are probably saying, oh, thank God, I can't stand toxic masculinity. Well, it's jeopardizing our species. And this guy goes into it, Dr. Charles. It's very interesting. That's going to air either Thursday or Saturday. I don't know which video I'm putting up. I think I'm putting up 𝗬𝗬𝗏 Thursday, and then Saturday would be Dr. Charles. And without further ado, you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Get ready. Coming at you live from the apocalypse, folks. Yeah. Still going strong. Ain't nothing going to keep me down. All right. So, all right, let's get into this. The purge is beginning. It's happening. So now I looked at, I'm going to need Alex's help here, but the biggest move has yet to begun. It's happening right now in Washington. Remember this, Tulsi Gabbard fulfilled her obligations for the report. And for the most part, she did a great job. She got the report done on Fauci, the 2020 election, Russiagate, the whole thing. She's done her report. You got to look at this as a sting operation, steps, phases. Now we are in the next phase where Bill Pulte, I think that's his name. Alex, do you know how to say his name? Is it Pulte?
I think you're right. Yeah, Pulte.
Pulte. Okay, Bill. I got it right. Oh my gosh. All right. So Bill Pulte is cleaning house. Why is he cleaning house? So there will be no obstacles when the arrests come. Okay. That's why this is happening right now. So he's doing his part now to clean house. This is a complete sting operation, folks. What you're watching here is completely a sting operation. So, and also look, this is all lining up. The reminder that Trump just posted, if you want to show it again, Alex, posted today about a national security if the SAVE Act isn't passed. He's hinting, folks. He's hinting. He knows this is not going to get passed. He knows this damn well. But something feels very different in Washington this morning, folks. And I'm going to get into this. For years, Donald Trump has promised to drain the swamp. His supporters have heard those words countless times. But now many are asking whether we're finally watching the first real phase of that promise being put into action. Reports indicate that acting DNI Bill Pulte has begun a major shakeup. A major shakeup inside offices of the DNI, with dozens of career intelligence officials reportedly being removed and fired. This is good, folks. To supporters, this isn't just another personnel change. It's the beginning of a much larger operation. And that raises a fascinating question, folks. What if this isn't the end of the story? What if it's preparation? In other words, they're firing people to remove obstacles. So the next phase of the operation will be, drum roll, please, arrests. That's what we're seeing here, folks. So if an administration believed that major criminal investigations or high-profile prosecutions were on the horizon, one of its first priorities might be to ensure key leadership positions are filled with people it trusts and to remove officials it believes could obstruct or leak sensitive information. Whether that's what's happening here is unknown. I had to do that for 𝗫𝗠𝗶𝗹. But it's one interpretation that many Trump supporters are now openly discussing, and I'm bringing on my show. Could Trump be cleaning house before making much bigger moves? Could this be the quiet phase before a very loud political storm? And if you look at the thumbnail, that's why I put the lightning hitting the Capitol and all that good shit. Yeah. Nobody outside the administration knows the answer, but the timing has people talking, folks. At the same time, another political earthquake may be developing, not inside the White House, but across independent media. Now, this is what I've been talking about for a while. The traders or the podcasters who have jumped ship, they hold a lot of clout. And I've been watching this. I've been watching this very carefully. And that's why I've been critiquing them. Tucker Carlson has declared that he can no longer support the Republican Party, saying there is no chance he can back a party he believes has lost its loyalty to the United States. That's an extraordinary statement from one of the most influential voices in conservative media. And Tucker isn't alone, folks. Candace Owens, along with a growing number of independent commentators, has built an audience that rivals traditional cable news. These personalities no longer depend on party leaders, legacy media, or political consultants. They speak directly to millions of Americans every damn day. These people hold a lot of influence, folks. So here's the question that I'm asking to my audience. Are we watching two revolutions unfold at the same time, or are we watching paid shills and traitors turn on Trump? This is what, is it any coincidence to any of you that they are now turning on Trump coming into midterms? You know, I see a new party emerging. Now, whether this is engineered, some of you think it is, they're being, you know, the Candace, Tucker, and other podcasters are going to create this new party, maybe with RFK. I don't know how RFK, I don't know what direction it's going, but it's happening now. It's beginning to manifest right now. So, inside Washington, an administration restructuring key institutions before whatever comes next. Outside Washington, a growing movement of independent voices reshaping what the future of the American First movement could look like. Could this ultimately lead to a new political coalition, even a new party born out of a fractured MAGA movement? So in other words, the Democrat Party, I said this many, many times, it's done. It's over. Believe me when I tell you this, it's done. But is a new party going to emerge out of the likes of Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson? It looks like this is where it's going, folks. Don't shoot the messenger. So right now that's speculation, but it's a possibility that more observers are beginning to discuss, including me. I'm probably the only one out there talking about this. Whether you believe these developments represent overdue reform or simply another chapter in America's political battles, one thing is becoming increasingly difficult to ignore. Washington, D.C. is changing. It's absolutely changing. The intelligence community is changing. The Republican Party is changing. And if today's moves are only the opening act, the months ahead could become some of the most consequential in modern American politics, folks. Get ready. The D.C. shakeup is here. Pay attention. It's happening now. And all of this is going to culminate. And believe me when I tell you this, when Trump decides to sign those executive orders and declare a national security emergency, we're going to see the real true colors of these podcasters. If they're against him, if they continue to go against him, ooh, true colors, baby. True colors. I don't see how anybody can be against fair and secure elections. Do you, folks? So let's see how this plays out. And I have a feeling, a lot of people have a feeling this could happen before July 4th. Now, I don't want to make predictions because I fail at those quite a bit. But I will say, you know, we all kind of, whenever you make it a date or a time, that's when you fumble the ball. But when you're in the sphere of what's going on, which we have been over 90-something% of the time, I have no doubt in that. I've even put up surveys on X and everything, and that's about what I hit every time, over 90%, that we are in the sphere over the target. Now, dates, I fumble the ball. But the sphere of what's going on, when does this go down? Let's give ourselves a window. Obviously, before midterms, right? But is it going to be before July 4th that he decides to declare this national emergency? Going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So I looked at, I'm going to have Ivan Raiklin on the show pretty soon. I think Saturday I might have him on with Alpha Warrior. So Ivan Raiklin on X puts advice for 𝗂𝗏𝗃, clean out the 51 spies who lied affiliates and the stenographers in the CIA first and foremost before the below undermine you or convince you to fire others to ensure the below survive accountability. Now, so he's saying it's kind of hard to read Ivan. You know, I know he's a patriot, but it's kind of hard to read the guy. I'm going to bring him on Saturday and talk more with him about this stuff. But he says, I see deep state, DNI Lucas, Senate deep state, Senator Tom Cotton, global deep state, John Brennan, Netanyahu, Mark Levine show, White House affiliates, Susie Wiles and Susie Wiles. Alex, so he's putting their handles on here on the social media posts on X. So I'm going to bring Ivan Raiklin on. Look, I think he means well, but he may have a different perspective on the way he's seeing this. So I think it's going to be interesting to bring him on. I lay it out for you all to play it out, folks. You know that. So right now, they're going to go after Trump like rabid dogs. Get ready. Rabid dogs. This is going to be worse than 2016 and 2020 and 2024. I'm telling you this. This is the last stand. This is it. Midterms are the last stand for these people, for the deep state. This is it. This is for all the marbles, folks. I'm not talking about 2028. That's a whole different game that I'll be covering when we get there, because I got a feeling TPUSA is going to be involved. Maybe Erica Kirk, JD Vance. Ooh, boy, I'm going to be following this. Ooh, yeah, you better know it. You better know it. I'm going to be on that like stink on shit. But right now, the next thing to follow is the midterms. That's the next hill they're getting ready to die on. And it's going to be pretty epic. So right now, all this bad press is coming out on Trump. So Trump gets negative reviews internationally. Oh, you don't say. Oh, really? As viewers say, U.S. is a reliable partner. A new Pew Research Center survey finds negative and often overwhelmingly negative views of U.S. President Donald Trump in regions around the globe. Yeah, because he's not playing the globalist game. Okay? He's a nationalist. Of course the world's going to hate him. Across 36 nations polled, a median of 23% of adults expressed confidence in his leadership of world affairs. In many countries, confidence in Trump has slipped since last year. Overall ratings for the United States are also largely negative. Favorable views of the country have declined in many places over the past year, including double-digit drops in Indonesia, Italy, Nigeria, South Africa, South Korea, and Turkey. Places I don't give a shit about. Wow, okay. I really don't care. There are 7 nations in the study where a majority of adults rate the U.S. positively. The highest rating, 81% favorable, comes from Israel. From Israel. Of course. Who could have? I could have guessed that one. I could have easily guessed that one. Some of the lowest ratings are from predominantly Muslim publics. I mean, of course, such as Malaysians, Pakistanis, Turks, and Palestinians in the West Bank and East Jerusalem. You don't say. Well, I could have guessed that one too. Trump gets mostly poor marks for his handling of key foreign policy issues, including tariffs, Gaza, Iran, Greenland, and Russia-Ukraine war. The survey reveals striking changes over time and how people perceive the U.S. and its role in world affairs. The share of the public who considers the U.S. a reliable partner has declined steeply in many countries since we last asked this question in 2022 during Joe Biden's presidency. I got to tell you, folks, a lot of revelations from what I'm hearing are going to be coming in the next years. It's a slow drip still. I mean, for all of us here in my audience, we're ready for it all, right? We're ready for the floodgates just to open up and it just all come out. But the public will not be able to take that, okay? But it's coming fast enough. And I think all of us recognize patterns and can see with what's happening here that we're right on time. This has to be done surgically. Remember, you cannot disturb grandma and the cat. It has to come in a way, disclosure with aliens, nuclear scare, the whole thing's coming. But it has to come in a way that we're ready for it. You know, I still ask about this 10 days of darkness. You know, I talk to my guests and off record, and I'm not going to say who is this coming? Is this still in the books? They say yes. So we're not out of the woods by any means, folks. This is just because we're dismantling the deep state here in America. The globalists are alive and well and thriving all over the planet. And America is a big prize to them. So just because they're losing the battle here with our politicians and within Hollywood does not by any means mean this game is over at all. It means they're going to go to desperate attempts, bigger panic moves, because they cannot lose America. They have to have America in its grasp. It's going to get real, folks. I'm telling you this right now. It's going to get real. America's 250th anniversary celebrations get trumped. But yet for Obama, when he opens up his dystopian library, I don't know what the fuck that was. If you want to show a picture of that library or the center that Obama opened up, it looks so depressing. Like if you want to go and get depressed, just take a look at this. I mean, this is the future Obama wanted, and this is the building. What it has no windows. It's just a block of stone. What is that? What the hell is that? That's his legacy. That thing. It's creepy if you ask me. I don't know what the symbology is here, but there's something to it. I guarantee you that. There's something with this. I bet you there's symbology over it. I'd like to bring someone on to talk about this. That's the ugliest building I've ever seen, and that's Obama's legacy. It should just be a giant turd or a penis. U.S. President Donald Trump has tried his best to ensure that America's 250th birthday celebrations revolve around one man, Donald Trump. This is what they're saying here. In a country whose founding fathers declared there would be no kings in America. Look how they're putting this. The 47th president has other ideas. Trump has canceled a planned Independence Day event on July 4th in Washington to stage his own Make America Great rally. A lot of people pulled out of his celebration, folks. I'm just going to let you know that. I'm going to try to get a list of the people that pulled out. A lot of musical artists, comedians, they all pulled out because why? They were told to. Oh, this is a career. You don't want to do that. We're going to win the midterms, and you're going to be very sorry that you went onto Trump's stage and celebrated with him the 250th anniversary. That's what they're being told. I guarantee you they're being told, you don't want to do that. They're going to lose. He's going to lose the midterms. We're going to take this back. It's going in a different direction. You don't want to go on stage with him. Good. You're going to be very wrong. Because this guy on YouTube right here, Nino, with a small audience, I mean, it's growing. We're over the target, over 90-something%. That's not going to happen. You're going to be dead wrong. And all of you, I'm going to get all of your names, and I'm going to list you. As I grow, my channel grows, you're going to be listed. And I hope you're boycotted. And you know, Pearl Jam, God, I used to love that band. Used to, past tense. I did Bruce Springsteen. Oh, God. I'm just saying, I mean, all of these people that took that side, Bill Maher doesn't even know what the WEF is. I saw Roseanne Barr on the show completely schooling him. Ultra Bill. She did a brilliant. I love Roseanne, man. I love Roseanne Barr. She's a true patriot, man, and she just schooled that dude. He had no idea what the hell she was talking. Either he was playing dumb. I don't know if you could pull up a segment of that. That'd be fun to kind of show real quick, Alex. Roseanne Barr and Roseanne Barr and Bill Maher together, where she said, "You're Bill." I don't know if you could pull up that little segment. It's somewhere. Whenever you find it, just throw it up and we'll watch it. But she schooled him. She absolutely schooled Bill Maher. It was so pleasurable to watch. And, these people are still living. There it is. Go ahead and play it for a little bit.
Who's that?
That's the mind control program you're under, Bill.
MK.
Yeah.
So who's
The head of the WEF.
what's that?
Google it.
I'm saying, folks, she schooled that guy. Schooled him. Schooled Bill. I mean, I have a hard time believing that was even real. I think he was playing with her. There's just no way anybody could be that stupid. There's just no way somebody at his caliber can be that dumb. I mean, let me tell you something, folks. I've actually met Bill Maher. I met him at the Playboy Mansion. Gee, I wonder why he was at the Playboy Mansion. A lot of people say he's Hugh Hefner's illegitimate kid. Folks, let me get to this real quick. New research confirms what millions of people have quietly suspected. Your body's natural GLP-1 production declines with age, and it starts earlier than most people think. GLP-1 is the hormone that signals fullness and quiets cravings. When your levels drop, hunger becomes nearly impossible to control through willpower alone. It's why the diet that worked in your 20s stops working in your 30s and 40s, and it only gets harder from there. So if you're scared of needles, if you're scared of the peptides and all that stuff, this is what you want to do, folks. I promise you it works. This is why I take BioTrust GLP-1 Elevate, and I'm obsessed with the results I'm seeing. Instead of a needle that forces a pharmaceutical override, it uses clinically studied plant-based ingredients like 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗶 to help my body naturally restore its own GLP signals in clinical trials. It increased GLP-1 levels by 56% and reduced calorie intake by a whopping 20%. No prescription, no side effects, no metabolic crash, just genuine fullness, quieter cravings, and results that actually hold and work. Thanks to BioTrust Elevate for sponsoring this video. Go to the link down below and get 51% off BioTrust GLP-1 now. So hit that link below, folks. Get started on it and start getting skinny. Start getting skinny. Start looking good on the beach. All right, so Tucker Carlson drops a nuke. I would not support the Republican Party. There's no chance I would support the Republican Party. How could I support a political party that is not loyal to the United States? I voted Republican my entire life, but there's no defending this. I'm out. I have a hard time. He was not on my bingo card, folks. I have a hard time believing Tucker would turn like this. He's very close to Trump. This is why I do leave a space for it could be theater. I leave an open space for that. Could this be the only way Tucker, Candace, and all of them could form a new party? So when you take down the Democrats, you have to have something else to replace it. There will be a vacuum that needs to be filled, right? So is this the way they're doing it? I'm just asking a question. I do not know. I don't have any validation on this. Many of my guests say no, not true. Juan being one of them. He says no. This is them actually turning on Trump. So I'll leave that for you to decide. So Tucker Carlson now is really stepping away, and what a time to do it, right? Midterms. So is he going to absorb a lot of the Republicans? There's a lot of people that have jumped ship with Trump, not understanding the Iran war, not understanding why we had to go in there and take away their nuclear capabilities. And then if you watch Candace, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're watching Candace on the Iran stuff, she's totally off target. She's totally off target on this. But I got to tell you, I'm listening to her about Erica Kirk and TPUSA. She's over the target on that. So, we can have disagreements, right? New acting DNI Bill 𝗬𝗂𝗃, I guess that's how you say his name, has fired over 50 career deep state intel officials. Count them, 50. I think there might be 51. Several staff members have reportedly been fired from the U.S. Office of the Director of National Intelligence, DNI. Multiple outlets have reported. These firings come less than a week after Donald Trump appointed Bill Pulte, God, whatever, as the acting director after former director 𝗬𝗏 𝗂𝘁 announced she was leaving the post in late May, according to CNN, the liberal network, which was first to report the firings on Monday. Political appointees with ties to Gabbard were among those purged. So political appointees with ties to Gabbard. Let me say that again. Political appointees with ties to Gabbard were among those purged. So there's rumors out there that 𝗬𝗏 was actually fired and was allowed to quit on her own. These are rumors. I don't have any validation on this, but this is the hearsay behind the scenes. So why would this guy be getting rid of political appointees with ties to Gabbard? That's kind of strange, right? I think it is. ABC News reported that cuts to the National Terrorism Center were expected to be particularly large. CBS reported on Tuesday that more than 50 career and political staff members had been dismissed, with 6 individuals fired and 45 sent back to their home agencies. The DNI has not responded to the Guardian's request for comment on the reported findings. So this is interesting, but it would make sense because this is a sting operation. This would make all the sense in the world. Now, the question is, and I'm going to ask my audience right now, is 𝗬𝗏 compromised? I mean, why would you need to get rid or fire anybody that is connected to 𝗬𝗏 Gabbard and the DNI? Why? To me, that speaks volumes. I'm looking at this right now, and I just keep looking at this, and I'm like, political appointees with ties to Gabbard were among those purged. Interesting. Why would they put that in there? With ties to Gabbard. I'm just reading it, folks. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, I don't know. Is she good, bad? She definitely did her part, folks. She brought the report. She did what she had to do. And like I said, maybe, these people they fired, I mean, this is part of a sting operation. Judge blocks Trump administration from using immigration database for voter roll verification. You don't say. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration use of an immigration database for purging non-citizens from state voter rolls, saying that it violated privacy rights of American citizens. Yeah, of American citizens. These are not American citizens. What are you talking about? Now do you see why there needs to be a national emergency, folks? Judges like this. This is where it's going to get ugly. I'm telling you this right now. Right? Meow. What was that from? Right? Meow. What is that from, Alex? Meow. Right? Meow. Troopers.
Super Troopers?
Super Troopers, yeah. Right now.
Yeah.
Right now. Right now. Yeah, all right. So I don't know where that came from. Holy shit. Man, I'm on it today. So Judge Sparkle. Yeah, I swear that's what it is. Judge Sparkle Spokane of the District Court of the District of Columbia in a June 22nd ruling said the administration's use of a restructured Department of Homeland Security, DHS database violated several privacy laws in disclosing American Social Security numbers, citizenship status, and other sensitive data. Oh, boy. All in all, the federal government has knowingly trampled on the privacy rights of American citizens in a manner that threatens the sacred right to vote. Yeah. Non-citizens, okay? They're the ones that aren't allowed to vote. What are you talking about? But see how they misconstrue and muddy up the water, folks? See what they do here? This is how they do it. This is how we do it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying this is what they do. I mean, they take a little bit of truth and they wrap it with 90% lies. But enough for people to be like, ooh, they're trampling on our rights. Can you believe it? Oh, I'm all for this. I'm all for it. I'm telling you, folks, people have used this country long enough. People just come here to trample all over this country and use it like a giant whore. That's what America. That's why everyone feels entitled to this. And if you ask any, and I have this discussion with all mi gente, right, in El Paso, and hey, man, we were here first. We're the Indians. They say, you know, this is our land. That's, and you know what, folks? I mean, I can kind of see their point, you know? I can't really, but it's 2026 and it's a different world we're living in, man. You know, we're not living in 1860. You know what I mean? It's not 1855 anymore. I mean, I get your point, and I feel very bad to what happened to the Indians, no doubt about it, but it's not 1850 anymore. It's a new world. We have boundaries. We have borders. I know. It's tough. It's tough. Hey, yo. Lead of cell members in North Texas sentenced to 100 years in prison for terrorist attack on ICE facility. 7 additional defendants also sentenced before 1 year anniversary of attack to a combined 450 years in prison. The Justice Department announced the 8 Nortel operatives were sentenced for their roles in rioting, using weapons and explosives, providing material support to terrorists, obstruction, and the attempted murder of a vulnerable police officer at the Prairie Land Detention Center on July 4th, 2025. This is the first sentencing of the defendants affiliated with Antifa following President Donald Trump's executive order designating the group as a domestic terrorist organization. So if y'all are thinking about protesting when these executive orders come out, just remember you're designated as a terrorist organization. You got a lot of, I would think twice. I don't think anyone feels like going to jail for 100 years. Oh man, just look at them all, misfits. Daddy didn't love me. Daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy issues, daddy issues. I mean, look at the one in the left corner there, bottom left.
Yeah, look at Megan and
is that Megan? Oh, is he Megan? He's Megan now. You better call me Megan. You better prescribe to my delusion. All right. Tick bites are now transferring a virus known as Powassan virus. So, folks, this is getting crazy. I just had 𝗬𝗎 on talking about ticks and screwworm. Folks, our cattle is in jeopardy. Our food supply is in jeopardy. And you got to think about this. Why? Because they're trying to eliminate the alpha male. They're trying to eliminate men. They're trying to eliminate protein sources, food supplies. That's what they're trying to do. Allegedly. So, one man got bit and is now in the hospital, and he can't even speak or move. There is no cure. There's no vaccine for this. Unlike Lyme disease, where the tick has to be attached to you for 36 hours, a tick carrying this disease only needs to be attached to you for 15 minutes. This is scary, man. Powassan can cause severe neurological problems. Current active cases right now, there's 5 in Massachusetts, 1 in New York, and 1 in Wisconsin. The damage can be permanent and take years to show any recovery, if any. Oh, man, they're coming at us at all angles, folks, at all angles, I'm telling you. So that's, folks, the cattle right now is in jeopardy. I've talked to some ranchers, and they've told me, man, we don't know what to do. These ticks boxes are being dropped from airplanes. It's crazy. Oh, no. But this is natural. This is totally natural. I won't get into it anymore on YouTube. You can go to ninoscorner.tv to hear more about this. Walmart's first nuclear deal A nuclear deal shows demand beyond AI data centers. So Walmart is signing a long-term contract to buy nuclear power for the first time ever. Walmart? What are you talking about? A promising sign that the industry's future is supported by more than just the AI data center boom. The retail giant agreed on Tuesday to buy power from a nuclear plant in Illinois owned by Constellation Energy for its operations in the area, including the stores and a high-tech warehouse in Illinois that stores and sorts perishable food. Walmart will buy 176 megawatts of power from the plant over a 15-year period, or enough power to serve around 150,000 homes. These corporations are like countries, man. The Walmart deal will allow Constellation to expand the capacity of the Illinois plant by 30 megawatts, a process known as an upgrade or an uprate, which can involve replacing older equipment and improving efficiency. The financial terms were not disclosed, but these types of deals tend to go for premium prices because they allow the buyer to lock their costs over a long period of time. So Walmart's going nuclear. Oh, wow. And some Comet 3i Atlas comet news. The interstellar comet 3i Atlas, discovered on July 1st, 2025 by a survey telescope in Chile, is now believed astronomers at Oxford to be roughly 7 billion years old, meaning it was already drifting through the Milky Way for nearly 3 billion years before our solar system even existed. How would you know this? How would anybody guess this? It's a guess. It's just a guess. Having formed in a part of a galaxy called the thick disk, where the stars are older than almost everything else humanity has ever observed. I thought they were saying this was an alien ship. I thought everyone was on board with like, ooh, this is intelligent life. They're coming here to look at us. They're giving us signals, and then they're going to leave and come back later. I mean, what? It was spraying chemicals and shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I look at this and I think, and now they're saying it's 7 billion years old. How do you know this? Where are we getting this from? Who are the people coming up who's just vomiting this shit? Blech, facts. Trust the science. Yeah. 7 billion years old. I don't think we know how old this is. It could be 1,000 years old. Nobody knows anything. Okay. Nobody knows anything. Just trust me on this. Okay. Nobody knows anything. They're guessing. That's it. That's all. That's just a guess. It's fantasy. Even if this thing's even real, who knows if it's even real? I'm having doubts about space, the shape of our planet. I mean, I don't know anymore. Okay. Call me crazy, but I just don't know anymore. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not knowing. You know why? Because I trust in God, and that's all that matters. Oprah Winfrey news. Oprah Winfrey. Seeing her with an ankle monitor, right? Oprah dragged after sharing tacky story about Whitney Houston. Now, Jaguar Wright came out and said the most evil celebrity she's ever known was Clive Davis. Clive Davis. Makes you wonder. That's a guy who I guess it was the agent for Whitney Houston, right? Some things should stay in the past. At least that's what many social media users are saying after Oprah Winfrey shared a previously unknown story about the late Whitney Houston. During a Q&A session at Francis Cannes Lions Marketing Festival this week, Winfrey recalled Houston's final appearance on the Oprah Winfrey Show and shared troubling details about the iconic singer. We did the whole, hey girl, how are you doing greeting thing, and then I stopped the cameras and I went behind stage and I said, so tell me, what do you want to happen here? And I'm going to tell you what I want to happen here, Winfrey told the festival audience. Winfrey said the singer returned to the talk show in 2009. She had relapsed. She had gone back on drugs. The media mogul recalled. The first interview I did with her, when we'd gone beyond stage and asked about her intentions, she was clean. But the day she came to my show to perform in front of the audience, she was not, and she fell off the stage. I don't know. I don't know if it was Bobby Brown. I don't know what it was with Whitney Houston, but I think she was in it. I think she was one of the good ones, like, I don't know, Princess Diana. And I think when you're one of the good ones and you're surrounded by these demons, you either play ball or you die. Back then, now it's a lot different. You know, Michael Jackson, all of them, they were all trying to say the quiet part out loud. All of them were. And when she has her arm around this demon. Supposedly, this guy was really, really bad, by the way. Like, really, really bad. I'm going to try to get Jaguar Wright on the show. Maybe I'll bring her on with Craig Lund. That'd be a good show. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that, and we'll talk about this. We'll dive deep into this because I want to know more about Clive Davis. Clive Davis. He just looks weird. He just looks like I don't know. He just looks like a person that comes into the room and just sucks all the oxygen. All right, folks, let's do the super chats. Let's get to the super chats. Let's check them out. What do we got here today? Let's read some super chats. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹, you're always on board. Thank you so much. Super sticker. Kelly Ray, 1982. Many prayers for you, David. We love you and thank you for all you do. Love you big. We would be lost without you. I'd be lost without any of you. You all are my extended internet family. I don't go out anymore. I don't do anything anymore. I have no life. I can't believe like how fast this went. I can't believe how fast these 6 years have gone. You guys have been on my journey with me. I'm still sober, still rocking hard, and I'm still doing what I got to do. And a lot of you have come up to me at the convention in Vegas and told me you're sober, that I somehow inspired you to do that. Keep going, man. We're all in this together. I know it gets hard some days. You just want to go have a cold beer. I deal with that sometimes weeks straight where I'm like, man, I'd like to go have a nice cold beer, a glass of wine with my spaghetti. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. And you can't tell me your lives are not improving because they will improve. Just stay the course, man. Stay the course. It will get better. If it's not right now, it will later. Keep going. Let's get to the next one. Steps to lights. Then what does that say? God. Steps to light.
Steps to light. Seattle massage. T783.
God, my eyes are blurry. Have Russell J. Gold on and have him explain why he ordered Trump to not put his hand on the Bible. I think maybe because it was a Masonic Bible. That's that. I've heard things like that. Okay. So that I don't know if that's true, but you know, they're sneaky. They're really sneaky. They're very, very sneaky. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹, you're back. Thank you. You're awesome. Big time 17-ounce. Department of Can and Whoop Ass is activated. Arrest. It's coming, folks. Yeah, I'm that crazy guy on the internet. I don't care. I'm going to be right. Smart people always come off crazy first. They're always the ones that are like, oh, he's so crazy. He speaks all that conspiracy shit. He's just so nuts. I can't listen to him. I can't tolerate him. He's just so out there. And then it comes true and they're like, oh shit. What did he say? Let's go back and watch those episodes again. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗹 576 super sticker. Thank you. Storm Surge. Thank you so much. Mr. Storm Surge. 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗀, Idaho will be the first state to do firing squads. Ooh, yep, you're right. Predators. Kelly Ray, 1982. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Hey, yo. All right, let's get to some what the fuck news in what the fuck news. Listen to this. I thought about, I was like, I don't know how I feel about this because I don't like suffering. I think if someone's suffering and you're going to die, I think you should have the right to decide if you want to suffer. I'm just saying. Child dies by euthanasia in Netherlands. For the first time since a change in the law in the Netherlands, a child under the age of 12 has died by euthanasia. This is sad. The death of the child was confirmed by the country's health minister, Sophie Hermans, as she presented the annual report by the committee that reviews all late and medically assisted deaths of children to Parliament on Monday. According to the report, the child was under the age of 12 and had been seriously ill, but no further details were given. Assisted dying for terminally sick children aged from 1 to 12 has been legal for 2 years in the Netherlands. Before the change in the law, only newborns, and those over 12 could be euthanized. Yeah, because, newborns aren't people. Jeez, man. Under Dutch law, parents must be consulted. The child must be suffering unbearably, and there can be no chance of recovery. The child's death has been referred to the Republic Prosecution Service, which will decide if doctors complied with the rules surrounding euthanasia. The committee's report will be made public shortly, Ms. Herman said. Euthanasia in the Netherlands is only permitted if the request comes from the patient and if the doctor agrees that they are suffering unbearably. I don't know. I don't know how you all feel about this. I don't know how I feel about it. I guess only if you're in that person's shoes, right? If you're suffering unbearably, I mean, I knew a girl. Actually, she was my niece's friend. And this kind of surprised me. She was a young girl. She was about 34, 35 at the time. I don't remember her name. My niece, anyway, my niece knows who I'm talking about. If you're listening, Nicole, you know what I'm talking about. She was an alcoholic, and I think she got cirrhosis. And she was in unbearable pain. And all she wanted, and I mean, this girl was a beautiful girl, young. I don't know how she got cirrhosis so young. I mean, I always thought it hit people in their 40s, 50s. But she was mid-30s, and she got it, I believe. And I think that's what it was. I think it was cirrhosis. But I knew it was from alcohol. But I remember her telling my niece and her friends that she just wanted to die. She was done suffering. And to hear that coming from such a beautiful young girl, you got to think, man, for anyone who wants to just game over at such a young age, like they're just done, it's unbearable. Would you give them that option or just let them suffer? She finally passed, obviously, but I mean, it's just, to me, I think about it, and I've always thought about that. Like, wow, a young girl, her whole life ahead of her, but the pain was so unbearable, and she was going to die because they don't give alcoholics liver transplants. And yeah, you can say, well, she did it to herself. But hey, man, back in those days, we all partied, man. She got it sooner than others. Thank God I stopped when I stopped. I still have friends today that are drinking and doing what they're doing. I can't believe it. I can't believe they don't know like what time of the game it is. It's like you're in overtime, guys. You're in overtime. The buzzer has rang. It's just crazy to know. Like I have friends right now still going to bars and they still think they're 25. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You don't think I'm going on a tangent here, but you don't think people look at you and know you're 50, dude? Like, oh, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, when does it stop? When do you get off the ride? When do you get off the fucking merry-go-round, man? All right, folks, I appreciate you coming out. Go to Ringside with Nino tonight, baby. Check your emails. We'll be discussing everything. A lot. National security emergency, the whole shebang. Tonight on Ringside with Nino, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. You can pay once and live forever, or you can pay monthly, whatever your little heart desires. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Alex, thank you for joining. Alex, do you feel like maybe doing a show Saturday and Sunday? Saturday or Sunday, question and answer show.
Yeah, man. Sounds
maybe
good.
You and I will just do questions and answer.
Yeah, definitely.
I might do a show Saturday night or Sunday, folks. Just letting you know. So that's we're talking about it right now. I might do a question and answer Saturday night or Sunday live here on YouTube. So let me know if you want to do that, Alex, and we'll set it up. Yeah, and I'll see you guys probably Saturday or Sunday, folks. We'll decide. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, folks. We're out of here. Peace.